So there's a lot going on with Andrew at the moment, including his breakup with Summer. Have you enjoyed exploring that storyline?
Yeah, definitely. I've been going out with Summer for nearly a year or so now, so it was good to explore the breakup, and everything in soap world can't last forever, so it's been good to explore the differences and not have that. Because you get very comfortable with someone when you're going out with them on screen. Just your relationship can become on screen very comfortable, so it's good to mix it up and think more and step outside the box. It's been good.
And they've had a few disputes, but I mean, why do you think they just don't work as a couple?
I think the reason they don't work is they're very young. So at 18 to have such a relationship with almost the perfect girl for Andrew. She's very focused, very switched on young girl, but she does things the opposite of Andrew. Andrew's not the best with the morals, so he's good at just going for what he wants. If he wants something, he's going to get it. He doesn't care who he has to cut down. It's the end result that matters, where the Summer is all about how you do something. So for that clash in personalities, it's very hard as an 18-year-old to be told what you're doing is wrong from both sides. So I think that's kind of the downfall of the two of them.
And Tash was always his other love interest. I mean, do you think there's any sort of scope for that to be reignited? Or?
Well, I guess she's single at the moment, and they have very similar personalities, and I think for them, it might have a bit of the Amy Winehouse, Pete Doherty vibe to it. Two people that work so well, but are disastrous for each other. So I think the two of us together might be the same, just like that.
And do you think Andrew is out to be a success for his own good, or is it mainly to impress Paul?
Good question. I think it's part of for his own good. He wants to achieve. He wants to feel like he's achieving things in life. But again, that's just a knockoff of Paul. Paul's high expectations of him. He's not got the love and the whatever you do become a paper boy and I'll be proud of you. You've got to be the best. And Andrew's always got that underlying. So he's doing it to get Paul's approval. If he gets Paul's approval, then he kind of feels like he's made it in life.
And what's it been like working with Stefan Dennis? Has he given you lots of tips on acting in the industry and that kind of thing?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Stefan's great. Stefan is one of these laid-back guys that just want to help you. He's a good guy. You know, when you meet someone, you know they're a good man. He's a good man. And he helps me through a lot, especially when I first started. He's the opposite of his character. He's not a bad guy. He just wants to help you, and he knows that if me and him have a good relationship, it can last forever and never become boring. We can always feed more and build it up, and he helps me build it up, and yeah, he helps me a lot. And I listen to him, which is a rare occasion. Yeah.
And Andrew's always pushed boundaries, but obviously Paul is one of the show's great villains. Do you think he could ever get as dark as his dad?
It's hard to beat. It's like trying to beat Darth Vader, I guess. He is the ultimate villain. Yeah, I think Andrew could. I think Andrew's a bit smarter about it. He's not going to go the cheap shot. Andrew, if he had something that meant something to him that bad, I reckon there's no stopping him. I reckon some of the things he would do to get what he wants could be magnificent, but I don't think he would do it just to spite someone. He'd have to really want something to take that extra step. Yeah.
And Andrew's had a very strong friendship with Chris over the past few months, so are we going to see more of those two characters together?
They are, especially as they get older and Chris's relationships mature with other guys. Andrew doesn't understand it. I think it's when a guy and a guy, he knows that Chris is gay, that's the relationships he's got, but he's not the person that Chris could talk to, and I think it'd be good if Andrew could become that person and take more of an interest and understand it, rather than just say, oh, you've got your own thing, you do it, and I'll have my own thing, I do it. It'd be good if the two of them could get together and work things out for each other and have that outside perspective. It'd be good.
And Neighbours' new producers, Alan and Richard, have been in charge for a while now, so I mean, has that changed things on set? Is there a new atmosphere?
Yeah, absolutely, definite, massive change. When you change the head of anything, it's always going to have a knock-on effect, and these guys have come in and just pretty much taken over in the best possible way. They look out for you, even though they're running an entire show of 500 people. They've got all the time in the world for you to talk to you, and they've put a new life into it. I guess they've taken on the role and they're putting new things in. And when something new comes in, things change, and it's a really good change that's going on at the moment. So I'm really happy with it. It's good.